Hi, I'm Zoe and welcome back to my booktube channel, Book Hooked. This is weird. I'm usually filming with my phone because I've been vlogging so much. Like, my past, I don't know how many videos have been vlogs, and it's weird to be staring at a camera and seeing myself. I found this really fun challenge. It's called the Bookshelf Scavenger Hunt Challenge. I don't know who created it, but I just found it off of some lady's blog, and she said she couldn't find the original person either. But it's a thing. It's just a bunch of questions, and since it's on a blog, you can't be timed. But to make it fun, I wanted to time myself because I suck at this stuff. But at the end, I will explain why I picked these and if I have them or not. So I'm gonna zoom this out so I can be moving. Number 1 is find an author's name or title with the letter Z in it. Number 2 is find a classic. 3 is find a book with a key on it. I don't have that. Number 4 is find something on your bookshelf that is not a book. There's a plant. Number 5 is find the oldest book on your shelf. What the heck? It should be this, most likely. Number 6 is find a book with a girl on the cover. Or a white book, yeah. Whatever. Number 7 is find a book with an animal on the cover. Okay. Number 8 is find a book with a male protagonist. Find a book with only words on it. Only words on the cover? I don't have a book like that. Find a book with illustrations in it. 11 is find a book with gold lettering on the cover. Here we go. And number 12 is find a diary. I don't have a diary. Number 13 is find a book written by someone with a common name. 14 is find a book that has a close-up of something on it. Number 15 is find a hardcover book without a dust jacket. I'm like really bailing. Find a teal turquoise colored book. Okay. Find a book with stars on it. Why do I not have this? I should have this. Find a non-young adult book. They fell right as I stopped it. These are very, very stressful, but I did it. It took me 4 minutes and 4 seconds. That's not great. This is everything I had, and now I'll just go through them all and why they fit the prompt. Number 1 was find an author's name or title with the letter Z in it, and for that, I instantly thought of Zenith. There you go. I still need to read this very badly, and I still want to. Number 2 was find a classic, and at first I put The Book Thief, but then I remembered it's still sort of new, and it's not really defined as a classic, even though I would think of it as like a newer classic, like it should become a classic in my opinion. So then I got doubtful and put it back, and so what I grabbed was Harry Potter. Because when everybody asks me like what I like to do and I say I read, they're like, oh, so you've read the Harry Potters. It's the first book that comes up, and so I just thought this kind of classified as a classic. Number 3 was find a book with a key on the cover. I do not have that. Number 4 is find something on your bookshelf that is not a book. This plant. I love this plant. This stand is so cute. It's fake, obviously, but it's... Look at it. Number 5 is find the oldest book on your shelf. For some reason, I was very hesitant about this. I was like, I don't know. And then I saw Nancy Drew in The Secret of the Old Clock, and I was like, oh yeah, this has to be like the oldest one here. This came out in 1930, but this is the 2007 print. But the book itself came out in 1930, so I'm just gonna say this counts as the oldest book on my shelf. Number 6 is find a book with a girl on the cover, and the first thing I saw was the Guinevere deception. It has Guinevere on the cover. So, she's a girl. Number 7 was find a book with an animal on the cover, and this was on the binding, so it was very helpful. But it is the mockingjay. It's a fictional animal, but it's still an animal. It is the mockingjay on the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Number 8 was find a book with a male protagonist, and for some reason, I did not think I owned it. And then I was so blind, I was like, oh my gosh, the Maze Runner, it's literally Thomas and a group of boys. Number 9 was find a book with only words on it. I do not have that. Number 10 was find a book with illustrations in it. VIP, I'm with the band. It's because I just read this last night. It was a reread for the 10th to like 12th time, I don't know. It's a middle grade, and she creates her own comics. And so there's only about like 2 pages where she has her comic book drawings, and they're really fun. Number 11 is find a book with gold lettering on the cover. I didn't think I had this, but then I saw the binding and I was like, oh yeah, that's gold. But Fate of Flames by Sarah something. Number 12 is Find a Diary. I don't have a diary, but then I literally just remembered VIP I'm With the Band is Mac's diary. Of course, Mac is fictional, and it's like a fictional diary. It's not like the Diary of Anne Frank or anything, but it still could have counted. I have the sequel, and it's literally still her diary. Number 13 is Find a Book Written by Someone with a Common Name, and for this, I picked Hannah West. That just sounds like such a normal, average name, and I thought it sounds very, very common to me, so I think it works. Number 14 was Find a Book that has a close-up of something on it. I instantly thought of Whispers in Autumn. It's a close-up of her face. Number 15 was Find a Hardcover Book Without a Jacket. My books just fell. I picked The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl by Shannon Hale. It is hardback, but it has no dust jacket. Number 16 was Find a Teal Turquoise Colored Book, and for that I picked Flunked. You can't really see much of it, but the whole series right there is all teal, like the binding, the back. I would like to call that teal, or maybe like a turquoise. Number 17 was Find a Book with Stars on it. I literally thought I had a gazillion books with stars on it, but I couldn't think of any, and then I saw Aurora Rising with constellations on the side, and it was like, yes, this has stars all over it. So, Aurora Rising by Amy Coffin and Jay Kristoff. I don't recommend reading this book. And lastly, number 18 is Find a Non-Young Adult Book. I have like no adult books on my shelf, so I picked Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief because I believe the first one is middle grade. As they go on, they turn into young adults, but I believe the first one is a middle grade. And oh my gosh, can we appreciate the lighting here? I don't know if it looks this way to you guys, but the lighting is incredible. That is the BookTube scavenger hunt tag. I don't think it mentioned you have to tag people, but I'm going to tag people because I think it was a tag. I just turned it into a challenge because I wanted to time myself. I tag the Chaotic Kingdom, yes, meaning every one of you. You don't have to do it because I know you all have a lot of things going on, but let's see if you guys can beat 4 minutes and 4 seconds. I also tag That Girl Audrey and Chilling with Some Stories. Again, you don't have to do these, but it'd just be really fun to see you guys do them, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if there's any bookish content you want to see, please leave it in the link down below in the description box. It should be the first one you see, or you can fill the Google form with a bunch of video recommendations for me that you want to see. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! And I instantly thought of VIP battle. Nope.